I'm Tammy. Welcome to my kitchen. On my quest to get healthy and lose a few pounds, I've been working on some recipes that I think other people will enjoy too. So let's get started cooking. Today's recipe is a peanut butter cookie. But it's not just a peanut butter cookie. You know, we got to kick it up a few notches. So this is a chocolate double peanut butter cookie. All right? You ready to get started? Let's go. All right, the first thing that we need to do is we are going to cream 3 tablespoons of room temperature light stick butter. My butter of choice is light Bluebonnet, and that's what we will start out with first. The next thing that we are going to add is 2 tablespoons of reduced fat peanut butter. This is Skippy Natural. It has 190 calories and 16 grams of fat. I am pretty sure you can use the peanut butter substitutes. Haven't tried that yet. That's on my things to do list. But this works beautifully. So we've got that in there. And let's give it a quick blend. If you have everything at room temperature, it will not take long for that to cream together. The next thing that we are going to add is our sugars. And I forgot my Splenda. You know, you try to lay everything out and you go over your recipe to make sure you have everything at hand. I always forget something. Alright, so we are going to add 1/4 cup of Splenda. Throw that back there out of the way, and now we're going to add a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And if you've cooked with me before, you've noticed that I like to just stick mine down in the plastic bag. That way I don't get brown sugar all over my pans. So let's get those things creamed together. It's coming together. The next thing that we are going to add is an egg white. You of course could use 2 tablespoons of egg beaters if you would rather use egg beaters, but I just use the egg white and then cook that yolk up later and feed it to my puppy dog. He likes very much. He likes eggs. Of course, not as much as he likes peanut butter and cheese. The next thing we are going to add is a teaspoon, let's use this one, of vanilla. Alright, let's get those things mixed up. All done. Alright, we have added the sugars, the peanut butter, the margarine. We have added the vanilla and the egg white. Now it's time for the flour. You know how most recipes say, in this little bowl, mix in the flour and the da-da-da-da-da and set it aside, and then cream this and then add it. Well, the main reason they do that is so that the little ingredients are sure to get incorporated. So what I do, because I'm too lazy to clean 2 bowls, is I put my little ingredients into the creamed mixture and I get them incorporated before the flour. Then I know that they are in there. So that was a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and I just realized I put baking powder in there. Oh well. You know what? It isn't going to make that much of a difference, but you make sure you put baking soda in there. And just forget my mistake. Alright, and now for the flour. I like to do a combo of whole wheat and white flour. I feel like it gives me a little extra fiber that we all can use. So we're going to put in a half a cup of whole wheat flour and a half a cup of all-purpose flour. Well, I guess we're not going to do it that way, are we? Let's just kind of measure and dump at the same time. What do you say? Okay, now how much did I get in there that I shouldn't have gotten in there? And I will leave that much in the cup. And we'll just pretend I got it right. Alright, let's get this incorporated in. Watch the flour poof, poof, poof all over the place. And we are just about ready to add the next ingredient. The next ingredient is the chocolate. I love chocolate, don't you? And the best way that I can think of to get chocolate in here without adding that many fat and calories is to use cocoa powder. Because cocoa powder only has 10 calories per tablespoon and only half a gram of fat. And it adds a big chocolate flavor. So we get that incorporated in our batter. And voila! Our batter is done. The next thing we have to add is our second point of peanut butter, which is peanut butter chips. So we're going to add 1/4 of a cup of peanut butter chips. I like to store them in the refrigerator, that way, in the freezer. That way they don't soften and they stay kind of chunky when I'm making my cookies. They're also out of sight so that they don't get eaten. Alright, we have everything in here. The dough is pretty stiff and it is also sticky. So what you're going to want to do is take you a piece of plastic wrap. And put your cookie dough onto the plastic wrap. There we go. And then we are going to make a log. I know you've all bought or seen the logs in the grocery store of the refrigerated cookie dough that you just slice and bake when you get ready to bake cookies. That's exactly what we're making here. We are making slice and bake cookies. So I'm putting them in a log and smoothing it out, trying to make it as even as possible. I'm going to twist off the ends. And this is going to make 2 dozen cookies. So I have my log here. And now I'm going to pop it in the freezer. And I'm going to pull out my other one. Now you see, this one's a lot smaller than the one I just put in there. You're going to say, why, Tammy, is that one so small? It's so small because I've already cooked half of them. You know, I wanted some to show you that are already finished. So I've already cooked half of them. And they're sitting back here. And they are so warm and so, so chocolatey, so peanut buttery. I'm going to take my bench scraper and I am going to, this is half, so this will make 12. So I'm going to cut it in half, cut each half in half. It gives me 4 chunks. And then I can cut my 4 chunks into thirds. And this helps me portion out to make sure that my cookies are the right size. Then you just take you a little piece, press it into your cookie sheet, put it on your prepared cookie sheet here. I've got this one, my other one is lined with my Silpat, and that's what I like to use because it doesn't stick. If you don't have a Silpat, make sure you grease your pan because these are sticky, sticky, sticky. And again, you're just going to roll out until you get a dozen cookies on your pan. You're going to bake them in a 350-degree oven for about 10 minutes. Now, you want to hear the fun part about all these cookies? Okay, are you ready? Here we go. Chocolate double peanut butter cookie, 61 calories apiece, 2 grams of fat, 9 carbohydrates, 0.4 fiber, and 1.45 protein. If you do a diet that counts points, 1 point a piece. If you're doing points plus, it's 1.5 points a piece. Come on, let's get healthy together.